Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk Cardano. And Cardano is a crypto that we do cover a lot. We talk about it every single day. So all my ADA gang, welcome back. Hope you guys are all doing well. Let's enjoy this market. The day is absolutely green, and I'm going to share with you guys exactly what's going on and talk about Cardano because we have a timeline now. Let's talk about an estimate, right? Can Cardano hit 50 cents by the end of October? All right, I want to share with you guys some numbers, give you guys some insight, and get you on your way. But before we get down into it, if you are new to the channel, if you have not subscribed yet to the channel, please do so down below. I'd really appreciate all you guys subscribing. Also, please smash that like button. And we do talk Cardano and all your favorite cryptos on a daily basis. So make sure you have that notification bell turned on as well so you don't miss a beat. Okay, so let's get into it. Obviously, it's not financial advice as well. These are just my thoughts involving the crypto world and my opinions. Please do your own research and due diligence. All right, but as we look at the market, absolutely exploding. This is we're getting into a hit streak right now where we're back to back, and I think that in the spirit of what's going on with the baseball playoffs, why not? Let's keep this streak going. Let's try to keep into the green, and let's let Bitcoin run so that all the other altcoins can follow. And that's exactly what's going on right here, right now, as Cardano is up 4.8% on the day, trading hands at a 3640 level. Okay, so sitting right outside the top 10 at a $12.73 billion market cap. It's I don't want to say it's been flat, but it hasn't been flashy. However, if we do look over the last 365 days, that chart, super bullish, up 47.4%, as high as 74 cents before we have since kind of corrected and fallen down to levels that you can see right here on this graph. So that's kind of what we have going on. And let's get into the big one here. Can Cardano hit 50 cents by October's end? All right. Well, let's talk about it because there is an analyst that is betting on it right now. And that is the big story because Dan Gambardello, one of the most outspoken Cardano voices in the community, saying on X, and it's somebody that I respect when it comes to Cardano, but saying that Cardano will hit 50 cents by the end of October. If not, I will give someone in the comments 1,000 ADA. Okay, so let's go. I kind of echo those sentiments. I would love a little 50 cents Cardano, and that's kind of where I've been talking about pretty much on the channel every single day till I'm blue in the face. Never telling you guys to buy or sell crypto, but it was something where, at levels underneath 25 cents, it was just 30 cents. I mean, that's just crazy to think about Cardano at that level. So, it is what it is. I've bought Cardano every step of the way, as high as almost $3 and as low as almost 20 cents. So it is kind of what we have to take with us, but it's a great way to kind of trade a crypto too. If you believe in it for the long term, it's just reminding how important dollar cost averaging is. Okay. But over the last day, we've seen Cardano on this graph. We have gained over 2% after that crucial support level has been breached at $33. Now, this rally is kind of contrasting more of a bearish argument made by another crypto analyst, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce that name. Go for it if you can, or help me out in the comments if there's a better way to say it. But they estimated that Cardano would decline to about 22 to 26 cents if it could not hold that level. Now, in recent times, in terms of prices, that's kind of looking at Cardano bouncing back swiftly and producing these constant buy signals that we're seeing in terms of TA time and time again. Now, what also caused this is where kind of you can say, okay, Bitcoin went down below 60,000 and that caused the overall market to pull back. And Cardano kind of getting the interest going for people that were looking for a lot of growth opportunities. And that's alluding to kind of how I talked about it earlier, where we have seen a crypto get as low as 20, 25 cents, and that is giving yourself a lot of room for growth, especially if you believe how I believe within my personal Cardano price prediction that we do see a $9 to $12 ADA eventually. Okay. Now, this is something also where I want to talk to you about kind of another crypto. This is not just Bitcoin pumping, right? We've seen Shiba Inu, one of the top memes out in the space. They've risen more than 43% in the first 9 days of late September. That was for a lot of reasons, but nevertheless, a Cardano investment right now is something that kind of provides a lot of confidence for a lot of people. We've seen not just the kind of the overall market kind of shaping up where it's going to be proved bullish for Cardano. But we have seen the MACD line slightly above the signal line, which is suggesting another upward movement. Excuse me. But that trend kind of favors how we're going to recover. If we do look at the charts, you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. If I pull up the trading view, it's been something where we've been dealing with this, right? Time and time again. It's a steady downward kind of trend, but it's something where we've bounced up, we've bounced down, and we haven't really consolidated in a sideways fashion. And ADA really has never done that, okay? It's either going up and it's going to go slowly up, or it's going down and it's going to go slowly down. Outside of this big sell-off right here in April, where we did fall off significantly, that was basically the biggest correction that we did see. But that was also just erasing gains that we had back in the latter part of 2023 in November, December. So that's something to keep in mind. Hoskinson, as we all know, very outspoken, come to the defense of Cardano, where he said that you may have noticed that Twitter, the sentiment around Cardano has been negative lately. And this is not a reflection of our project somehow failing, but the desired result of Voltaire. It's pent-up grievances and unexplored roadmap items is what he goes on to talk about. I'm not sure exactly what he's alluding to, but the defense and explanation of a lot of this transition that Cardano is looking to get into is kind of why and how the community is going to establish themselves. Okay, we kind of talked about that ad nauseum, how it's not a flashy crypto, right? You're not going to have big Cardano signs on websites. You're not going to have, big advertisement campaigns. They're just going about their business, going down their roadmap, and they're prideful and confident in doing so. And Hoskinson, I think, slams that door well shut when he talks about it in this tone that he just did from this recent post on X, because it's what Voltaire is setting out to do. He wants it to be the governance and kind of how the community is going to form, how Cardano becomes decentralized. And then when that happens, all of a sudden you have a very strong community that really just needs itself and nothing else. And that's kind of where you're either in or you're out. But that's kind of how I see it going down. Also, we do get into some of the more developments coming, and it's kind of crazy because how far we've come down the roadmap within all these development milestones and all the hard forks and all these, all these new upgrades and adoptions that have basically been integrated within the ADA blockchain. We're almost there. We're almost completed. Okay, so that's going to be very interesting to follow once Cardano gets to where it's going to. What will we have at the end of that road? What will that look like? And that's going to kind of lead us to kind of how we, I guess we continue investing, how we trade, or if we just kind of, get off the ADA train, if it's capped out, maxed out. Time will tell, okay? But I'm still bullish on Cardano. I believe in them for the future. I think it's kind of into that Solana territory where they very much followed suit, where I told everybody on the channel that I was buying Solana at $19. $19 to $25 was what Solana was worth. And I just said it's getting to that point where it's just almost too discounted, and it's just too big. I don't want to say too big to fail, but the upside is definitely there. So that's kind of the same logic I'm using. Nobody's buying Cardano right now. It's just the community trading on the community. So the biggest step for us is making people FOMO in, making people have a reason to get into Cardano, not just because it all sounds technologically great. We're talking real world utility. We're talking meme coins, whatever it needs to be. It needs to be appealing to the masses. And I think that's going to have to come, from something more than just Hoskinson posting something on X from time to time. So that's kind of what I wanted to break down for you guys. And to answer that question, can Cardano reach 50 cents by the end of October? The answer to that is most definitely. If we do get a delayed October, where we do get into the month of November, where, due to what was going on in the Middle East and some of the kind of the bearish, catalyst, I guess you would talk about, where we did have some headwind at the top, maybe that's what we were just starting a little bit later, and we do get a little bit of a delay, and then October becomes up November for this time around. So we'll see what happens, but very bullish for Q4. I believe Cardano will get to 50 cents once more, most definitely. That's just my personal opinion. Make sure you do your own research and due diligence, but nonetheless, we're still less than 14 cents away, guys. So let's keep stretching the green days together, and hopefully we come out the other side ahead. And that's kind of how I'm going about it. And you know, we're close. We're close to that completion. The finish line is there. And once that happens and Cardano gets back to, you know, pun intended, back to where, like, you know, where it needs to go in terms of their roadmap, that's going to be a very exciting sight to see. So appreciate you guys watching. As always, we do talk ADA every single day on the channel. Make sure you subscribe on your way out if you have not already done so. Give me a follow on X too. The handle is in the bottom left of your screen, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.